All right, for all those people that are currently paying attention right now, are you ready? Thank you. All right, class.
Yes.
You come in excited about it, but then when it's your time. Okay, anyway, all right, so for those people following along and paying attention, okay, what page are we on in the notes today?
35.
35?
Yeah.
There we go. So, especially if you don't have your notebook right now in front of you, you're going to write a 35 right there. Okay, especially if you're one of those people that just got a notebook like 2 minutes ago. You're going to write 35 on this one so you know where things should go. And don't do that weird folding thing like that. I'll show you how to fold it. I'll show you here in a second, okay? So yeah, don't worry about that yet. So anyway, so we're going to go with the properties of special types of parallelograms. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. What is that also called? If it has 4 congruent sides, it's got 4 sides, right? All sides are the same. What else can we call that? Okay, that is going to be a parallelogram right there. So you could say that it's also going to be a parallelogram. Okay, 4 congruent sides. So there is a couple different ways that you could look at that. Okay, a rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. So for the rhombus, okay, that's just 4 sides, congruent sides. A rectangle only has 2 sides that are congruent, which are opposite each other. A square, a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So that means that it's a little bit of both of these right here. Now, this is a corollary, which has to do with the theorem. If a quadrilateral has 4 congruent sides, then it is a rhombus. Rectangle corollary, if a quadrilateral has 4 right angles, then it is a rectangle. Square corollary, if a quadrilateral has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles, then it is a square. So I will give you more examples of this when we actually go through this some more. Next one, theorem 610. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. Now, what does perpendicular mean?
Equal.
Not equal. What does perpendicular mean? Cross making what? 90-degree angle. Very good. Cross making right angles. Okay, you, that guy. Don't waste my tape. Seriously. Stop it. Bad. No.
Okay.
Okay, good. Anyway, next one. 611. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Now again, the word congruent means equal to or the same. That's important there. So use properties of special parallelograms. In the diagram here, it says it's a square. Now we have to go along and think, what do we know about the square? Okay, I can go back to see what a square says, and I can say, hey, all 4 sides in a square are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes. And the angles, all 4 angles in a square are
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Very good. So let's start by doing the angles on the inside. So angle A says it's 10x. And I know that angle right there has to add up to what?
180.
90. 90. It's a right angle, right? They're all right angles. So for my solution, I would say that 10x equals 90. And to try and solve for x, all I have to do is divide both sides by, very good, so 10. X is 9. Very good. Is that pretty easy? Okay. All right, so we took care of the x. Now let's do y. So the y has to do with the sides over here. So I know that these sides right here are,
Congruent.
they are congruent. Very good. They are congruent, so that means that they're equal. So I could say that 5 is equal to y minus 3. And if I want to get the y by itself, what am I going to do? Subtract the 3? Add 3. Very good. Because it is, I always want to do the opposite. I want to get rid of it. So if it's negative 3, I want to add 3. If it's positive 3, I would subtract 3. So in this case, positive 3 to both sides. So I could say that y is equal to,
8.
very good. ¿Está muy fácil?
Yeah.
Sí, sí. Muy fácil. Muy, muy. Okay, let's see if you guys were paying attention. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Try 1, 2, and 3 right now. I'm going to come around and try and help you if you need it. If you don't need help, then you're already done with this paper, right?
Yes or no? Yes.
Is that me?
You?
Who?
This is Karen.
She's absent today. Anyone else? After this, make sure you guys get your notebooks over to Mr. Pena if you need to get some of the stuff updated.
Okay, please.
Are you doing this one or this one? Yeah. So what do you know about this side here and this side here?
I'm testing something out for Rigoberto.
Who?
Rigoberto?
Not here.
No, here's something. Thank you.
So we're gonna do the same thing we did right here, right? Okay, and what's something we did right here? So if it's the sides, so this side is equal to that side, so I would say that 8 is equal to 2, right? Do that. So 2y equals 8, because that's what I'm right here, right? Okay. Then use it, okay? Sorry on the last one.
Mr.
Please go.
The right 7 and 3. What is that? I knew that one, but I knew that one. Something you did like this.
Wow, look at you.
Who's a good girl? Go with this one.
Yes, you are.
It's gonna be a fraction, right? Seven. Minus one, you add one to both sides, so it's 91. 91 is a fraction. Oh, 13.
I was taking it away.
You got it.
Wait, we're critical. I for this one.
dice que es un cuadro, ¿verdad? So, porque nos dijeron que es un cuadro, sabemos que los 4 esquinas son 90 grados. So, sabemos que esto pasa. So, ahora que sabemos que cada cuadro, cada esquina es 90, este me dice que es 10x. So, 10x es 90 grados. So, si lo ven, y luego lo vas a dividir por 10, x es 90. So, para que tengan 90 grados aquí, x necesita ser 9. ¿Verdad? Okay. So, la misma cosa pasa aquí, pero esta vez estás mirando los lados. Este dice que es un rectángulo. ¿Qué sabemos de un rectángulo? 4 lados y 2 son los mismos, ¿verdad? Este está igual de este está igual de este, ¿verdad? So, si, como sabes, si están igual de estos, tú puedes hacer la ecuación. 2 y 10 menos 10 es igual de qué? 50. Y luego puedes contra y luego tu segunda aquí 2x. 2x es igual de
No, my hand.
¿qué?
Sajo. No, ya. You like the name?
Hey, ¿qué es eso? ¿Una cobija? ¿Con esa doble? Sí, mira. Sí, enseña. What? How you say it? How you say your name? How you say your name?
Sajo.
Sahawat.
Yeah.
Sahawat.
Yeah.
What? Sahawat. How old are you?
16.
Why you?
No less.
Why you report?
What about you?
Same.
Same?
But
I didn't go down.
Okay, so if this is a square, did you set this equal, what do you set this one equal to? What do you know about the corners? Okay, set it equal. Okay.
Yeah?
Set it equal to 90. Alright, look like some people are having some trouble with this, so let's set this up. So, properties of this rectangle. Opposite sides are going to be equal. So I'm going to say that 14 equals 2x. That's the opposite sides right there. Divide by 2. X is 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. Alright, the next one. On here, opposite sides are equal. In a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So I'm going to say that 50 is equal to 2y minus 10. So 50 is equal to 2y minus 10. And to get the y by itself right here, I have negative 10. So to take care of that negative 10, Tuka, I know you're not on your computer right now, are you? No. Can you close that, please, so I know that you're paying attention? Thank you. All right, so I'm going to add 10 to both sides. To get rid of this minus 10 here, I need to add 10 to both sides. So I should get 60 is equal to 2y. And I'm trying to get the y by itself right here. So right now it's 2 times y. 2 times y, right?
Yeah.
So, times, to undo a multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. So, if this is 2 times y, to undo that, I need to divide both sides by 2. Very good. So, divide everything by 2, and I get y is 30. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing on the next one. So the next one, we're dealing with a rhombus. Okay? If you question, what do you know about a rhombus? Go over here. Okay? Says right here, rhombus is a quadrilateral, has 4 congruent sides. That's important. Congruent sides. So all sides are going to be congruent. So I'm going to put the markings here. So this is congruent to this congruent to this. So all the sides are congruent. So let's start with my 2y. So 2y is going to be congruent to what number? It's equal to 8 because it's equal to that one right there, right? Okay, I don't have to deal with the opposite sides like I did with my rectangle. I know because it's a rhombus, all sides are equal. 2y is equal to 8. Divide by 2. Y is 4. Now the next one, let's look at the next. So I got to take care of my x's now. So I'm going to say that 6x minus 4 is going to be equal to 8. Because isn't this also congruent to 8? They're also congruent. So I could say equal to 8. Just like that. Because they're both congruent to the same side. Alright, I got that 6x minus 4. I got to get rid of that minus 4. So to get rid of that minus 4, I'm going to add 4. Very good. So plus 4 to both sides. 6x is equal to 8 plus 4. 12. Very good. And to get x by itself, because the 6 is multiplying by the x, I got to undo the multiplication. I'm going to divide both sides by 6, not x. 6. Okay? Yeah, I heard x from this guy over here, so yeah, just making sure. So x is 2. There we go. Now the next one says it's a square. Okay, so what do we know about a square? I'm going to go back up here. Properties of a square. Quadrilateral has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. 4 congruent sides. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to say all sides are congruent. This side is going to be congruent to this side, congruent to this side, congruent to this side. So to start with my x's, I'm going to say my 5x plus 1 is equal to what value? 16. It's going to be equal to 16 because they're all going to be the same. So mathematically, I'm going to start by getting rid of my plus 1 So to take care of that, I'm going to minus 1 to both sides. So 5x is equal to 15. And then divide everything, as long as we're not playing with our phone right now. Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't you? Stay off your phone. See? No más telefono. Alright, divide by 5. X is 30, right? No, it's 3. Uh-huh. Alright, let's look at the next one.
Can you pass me a green pass, please?
Yeah. Alright, let's look. We have an angle over here. This is going to give me an angle. It has a degree symbol. I know that in a square, all the angles are equal to 90. So to solve for this one, I could say 7y minus 1 equals 90. And I'm trying to get the 7y by itself, so I'm going to add 1 to both sides. 7y is equal to, and I got to divide both sides by 7. So what's that going to be, like 13? Yeah, 13. Good. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's keep going. Now, we're going to do example 2 here. And then I'm hoping you guys could actually have some time to work on homework. So, it says JKLM is a rhombus. Now I have to go back and talk about what a rhombus is. A rhombus, right here, is a quadrilateral, has 4 congruent sides. That's a rhombus. Rhombus, okay, up here, parallelogram, 4 congruent sides. Theorem 6.10, diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. That's important because we're dealing with diagonals here. So that means that this is a diagonal and this is a diagonal. That is a right angle there.
It's not bisect and stuff? It's not a bisect?
Yes and no.
Why?
Okay, so for this one right here, it is going to be a yes, but we're not talking about the side, these parts right here. We're not talking about this and this. We're talking about angles over here and angles over here.
Yeah.
Okay, and because this is a special rhombus, where it is going to be all sides are the same, I know that it's going to do something to this angle. That angle and that angle are going to be cut in half. So what is it going to be on this side over here?
55?
That's also 55, right? Okay. So if that's going to be 55, so the whole angle should add up to what?
180.
No, the whole thing. From here all the way over. What's the whole thing going to be? If the right side is 55,
110.
The left side is 55.
110.
It is going to be 110 because we're adding up both slices there. So the whole angle is 110 degrees. So now down here at M, what do you think it's going to be over here at M? It's also 110. Okay, that's important to know. So there's all kinds of stuff that we're doing there. Now watch this. So now that we have all that, let's focus on just the X portion. Wrong color. I want that color. There we go. This is what shape?
Right angle.
Right.
It is a right triangle. Very good. That is a right triangle. So on this one, that is a right triangle. What do I know about a right triangle?
It is 90 degrees. 90 degrees.
They all add up to 180. But yes, it does have a 90 degree. All triangles add up to 180, right? Okay, all triangles add up to 180. So I'm going to use that math right there that we did. I'm going to say that 55 plus 7x plus 90 all together has to equal
180.
180. Okay, we're going to combine like terms, so add common terms together. So it's going to be the 55 and the 90. I combine those together, I get 145 plus 7x equals 180. And I got to get rid of this 145. Isn't that a positive 145 right there?
Minus.
I have to subtract it. Very good. I have to subtract 145 from both sides. Seven x is equal to
35.
50, 35.
Yeah.
And now what do? I have to divide both sides by that 7. Very good. So x is 35 divided by 7 is 5. Muy fácil? Sí, sí, muy, muy, muy fácil. Okay, I want you people now. You are trying 4 and 5. I'm going to come around and help. Tú no más teléfono en esta clase. Put the phone away. Okay, focus on doing your work. Yeah. What's up? What do you know about it? Okay, what do we know about it? Start with this. Start with this. What do you know about that? Okay, what do you know about that? Yeah. Where? Yeah. And so, what do we know about this angle bit?
Oh, 90 degrees.
Thank you. Use that. Right. Yeah, a little bit more complicated.
Ahí te caguate. Do your work. Semana de atún de eso. Hey, mira el bomba que sacó. Que hay un poco tiempo. You! Why didn't you get to work? Write it. No, you didn't. No. No. What'd you write? You have 9, right? So you're gonna say that. ¿Cómo le dan a un pinche goleador más que te ponga apenas?
How would you
No
get
sé
X
ni
by
jugar, no creas como Messi crea juego.
How would you get X by itself?
The first one, yeah. No, it's not.
Ya
Es
espérate,
easy,
pues,
pero
si es algo.
no, si te gano, pero.
No, espérate, yo digo que en el 2008 cuando jugaba ahí
I told him, I have all of them.
hacía
Oh, 18.
jugadas, jugaba con el equipo, creaba jugadas y se cortaba el ritmo,
I'll do that.
cerraba los balones.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Pensé que era un poco bajo para eso.
What's the answer?
Okay, so now for those people, let's look. These cross, and when they cross, they create a right angle. So for this one, I would say that 5x equals 90. Divide by 5. X is 45? No, that's way too much, isn't it?
Nah, chinga tu madre, güey.
Oiga,
Ya, mira, fue.
What do we get? 18. Next one. So this one over here, this is similar to what we just did. So I'm going to just identify the right triangle I'm looking at. So all three of those angles have to add up to 180. So this one's x plus that x plus that angle of 90 has to equal 180. Combine your x's. We have two x's here. Plus 90 equals 180. Minus 90. 2x is divide by 2. X is 45. All right, I'm going to leave off here today. So if you want to start on the homework, you can. We're going to pick up the rest of this tomorrow and then give you time in class to finish it up. Make sure you all like, share, and subscribe.